Hello everyone, Lord Daimyo here, and I am back again with another F tier, low effort, tier list video of Pokemon. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of seeing these, but I have a special guest with me, my exclusive artist and my really awesome great friend, Ray. Ray, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Ray Vashtar. I do all the little Pikmin drawings and stuff, and all the
Yes.
fun banners and stuff for this channel.
Yes.
If you guys want to check out any of my stuff, you can go to my website at artsoflame.com or go to my Instagram at artsoflame. But right now, I'm just ready to talk about some Pokemon.
Awesome. And all those will be in the description and everything too, so check them out. But yeah, let's talk about Pokemon. So, Generation 6.
Kalos region.
Yeah. So, we talked about this a bit. This is my least favorite generation, and you actually like this one a lot, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. This was kind of when I got back into playing Pokemon.
Mm,
I didn't play the last two gens before this that much,
mm.
and this was when I kind of started playing a lot again.
Okay.
So I mean, personally, I had a lot of fun with it. I liked the Mega Evolutions. I thought there were some cool Pokemon. So
Yeah, I
I don't, I
remember
don't
you telling me this was your game when you got back. And also, if you're interested, I do have that video up on my channel. Here's the link to the description up on the top of me interviewing Ray. So if you're interested in his sort of Pokemon preferences, you can check it out. And
that was a lot of fun.
that was, and I learned that we really have very different tastes in Pokemon. So
Yes,
I think this will be the most arguing over Pokemon that I've had since like second grade. So I mean,
probably.
but we'll figure it out. We'll come to a conclusion. So I guess let's jump in. So this is Generation 6. We are doing the whole family. If you're just seeing one, we're doing all the forms because there's tons of forms for Generation 6, and we're not ranking
Yes.
these off of any one thing. It's sort of, the move set, the type, the stats, the design, the whatever. I mean, we're just basing off of whatever. S is great, F is bad. Let's start with Quillidin. So, my issues with these starters, I think this was the first generation where they really started having a theme, and
Okay,
they're very
the real
humanoid.
issue, the real issue is that they were like all furries. This was when we really
Yes.
started getting all furry starters,
Yes, the
which
humanoid ones are bad.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not about it.
Hmm.
I actually didn't mind the theme where we had kind of the knight
The
and
knight,
then the
the
wizard
wizard, the
and the
ninja,
rogue,
yeah.
the ninja. I thought it was fun, but of the three, Chestnut, Quilladin, Chespin, probably
Yeah,
my least favorite.
chestnut. Okay.
Probably my least favorite. Just and for me, I don't really like the tanky design.
Right.
He looks okay. I think they could have honestly made him look a little bit more like a grass type. Like, oh boy, he's green.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's he doesn't like Chespin has some leaves.
Mhm.
Quilladin kind of, and then Chestnut he mostly just looks armored.
Yeah, you're right. It looks more
And
like an armadillo, yeah.
yeah, he looks. If I were to guess, besides him being green, I don't think there's any way I would know that was a grass type.
Very true. I would
Um,
say almost
I
steel. Certainly not
yeah,
fighting. I mean,
no, no, there's no way.
yeah.
So I would probably say for me,
Hmm.
probably like a B or a C. Honestly, he's okay.
Okay.
He's fine.
See, I do like his design. I really don't like any of these starters. It's tough for me. So
Yeah,
I think, I mean, I'm notorious for starting off every single one of these with the first one being a C. So let's just keep that
well,
going.
what about his stats? Do you like his stats?
No. And
Okay, see, I don't really pay. I pick the ones that I think are awesome.
right,
I power level them, and that's what I do because I'm all about just if it looks cool and I like the type. But
right.
so I didn't know if maybe he had really good stats. If he
No,
doesn't, then yeah, I
I
would.
think what they all have exclusive moves. I think this started this generation too. So his like spike
Yeah,
shield was kind of cool, but it was like a protect that just hit you, like hit the enemy. So it's like who
Okay.
cares? It's not that great.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good with C. Are you good with C tier?
Yeah, I'm good with C.
Okay.
Honestly, that's probably about where I.
And now Delphox, we're gonna have some issues because
All
Delphox
right,
is
that's a
my
S tier.
least
S
favorite.
tier.
Like I say F tier. I mean,
Best. Oh, come on.
this is
Come
tough.
on.
Like I
S tier.
hate
That's a fantastic.
I
Look at
hate
it.
the design.
Okay, I will say the ears, the big stuff, that's too much.
And even the
It's too
bottom,
much.
like
Okay, it looks like a
wizard robe.
robe.
Yeah, but come
It's
on.
a fancy wizard.
And a
Okay,
stick for the wand.
Fennekin. Fennekin is cute.
Okay, great design with Fennekin. I was all on board.
Fennekin was good.
Yeah.
Braixen, no.
No,
What
no.
do you? It looks like it's flirting with me, and it's making me uncomfortable. No,
Yep.
I don't want that. Delphox, awesome.
See,
I
this is
loved
gonna be
I
tough.
loved the wand with the fire. It's a fire wizard. I will let you put it in the middle
Okay.
since you hate it and I love it.
So you're
But
fine with
we're
C
gonna
tier?
have to we're gonna
Okay.
have to agree to disagree on this one.
That's fine. I mean,
If it was me,
I
so why do you hate it?
it's very humanoid. Very
That's
humanoid.
it's too humanoid for me.
The ear tufts, like you said,
Too big, yeah.
the the fire and psychic was almost unique. I think
I love that. Victini was the
Victini,
only one prior
great.
to Delphox who
Uh-huh.
had fire psychic.
Which I thought was perfect. And then this fire psychic, I don't know. It's just
I
I don't like
I
fire type
like
as is.
fire type's my favorite type. Psychic
Yeah.
type is one of my top. I like
Uh,
psychic. And just for me, a lot of it is I like foxes. Yellow's my favorite
sure.
color.
Yeah.
Fire's my favorite type, and I really
Makes
like
sense.
wizards and magic stuff.
That which all makes
The
sense.
design is okay, right?
Ugh.
I'm not the furries are whatever. If you want to be a furry, that's cool.
That's
But
cool,
like
but
I felt like Pokemon wasn't about that in the original designs.
I agree.
And to me it's just a design shift that I'm like, I don't really like the change.
I agree.
But yeah, but I can see where you're saying you don't like those points
Anything
of the
about it.
design because
Yeah, like
I
anything
agree
about it.
some of those I agree with you on some of those points.
Okay, that's
Now
fine.
what was Delphox's unique move though?
Man, I don't
It
even.
was
It was some sort of like fire. I mean, it was obviously a fire move, but I think it was just like
right,
a dumb fire move that maybe.
mystical fire.
Okay. Did it like confuse you or something? Part of the psychic aspect or
Oh, I don't
something?
even think it did. It
Probably
lowers
not.
it lowers special attack by one stage
Ooh.
of your opponent.
See, I used this once in a playthrough and like regretted it. So I mean, I only remember the signature moves of these two.
Yeah, that was the signature move.
Yeah. No.
It had a cool animation, so
Yeah. Well, let's move on because I think
all
we'd
right.
talk about Delphox forever, or
We
you
could
would.
fight about Delphox.
Well, I
I
could
would.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I hate it.
we'll just fight about Delphox forever.
Greninja though. I mean, this was my choice for the
That was your
starters.
choice.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I don't
I
hate it
mean,
either.
he's got a tongue for a scarf,
Kind of
which
cool.
is honestly it's weird. So I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
I liked
I
the bubble scarf better from Frogadier, but I mean that's
agreed.
just me.
Agreed. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh,
Yeah.
it's
No,
a
it's his
tongue.
tongue. Oh.
The big triangles on the head again.
Yeah.
Weird choice
Yeah.
to me.
Water and Dark, kind of cool. I do like their secondary typings and how they
I
oppose
agree.
their. I do like that aspect of these starters, and that's it.
Dark type, that's my second favorite after fire type.
Okay.
But I'm not a ninja person.
Yeah, and the Water Shuriken move is all right.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right, but
It's all right.
fan favorite.
He is a fan favorite. He was in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, big part in the anime.
I will say that his design on design alone, out of the first three, he looks okay.
I think the best design out of these three, honestly.
Out of the three, I'm biased towards Delphox.
Well,
Real biased.
we can't talk
But
about
if we're
Delphox
going
anymore. Yeah,
right, design alone, it's pretty solid.
I think B. Are you comfortable
Again,
with B tier?
B is all right.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
put him
that
in B.
he is a little too humanoid.
Yeah, yeah, that's a.
But otherwise, I like what they've done with the legs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's
They
got a
look
good
frog-like.
silhouette going.
Yeah, I
Yeah, they
agree.
look like frog legs, but they also look like pants that are like puffy.
Yeah, that's true.
And so they were able to kind of get that going. So he's all right. And his Frogadier, Froakie,
Mm-hmm.
they were pretty cool.
Very cute.
Frogadier's a little lackluster. It's just sort of like, oh, look, a middle one. But you
Yeah,
could kind of say that about all of the starters
yeah,
in this
that's
gen,
very true. That's
which
very
is
true.
too bad. But
I
yeah,
liked, like I said, I liked the bubble scarf for
the
Frogadier a
bubble
lot.
scarf was cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Diggersby. Now here is
Oh, I
my
hate that thing.
and
I hate that thing.
here's my huge issue with Gen 6 is my top two favorite types, bug and ground,
Yeah,
got one Pokemon each. We got Vivillon for bug and Diggersby for ground. Like if you look here, besides
yeah,
Zygarde, it's the only ground. And it's ground and normal. Like why?
yeah. That's not fun.
Yeah, like Lopunny's better.
Normal as a secondary typing is a little weird
Yeah.
to me.
Which they did a lot of
But
that on here too, which
yeah, which I thought
I mean,
I think he's ugly.
I agree.
Like the coloration, the weird band around his stomach,
Yeah.
that color is just odd to me. The weird kind of yellow patch,
And
right?
why does he
The hands,
have why does he have hands
what?
for ears and
And I mean, it's weird, and that's fine. That's cool. But I feel like it just came off more as like creepy looking
mm-hmm.
than endearing.
I mean, Lopunny's better
Um,
is all I gotta say. So,
I got opinions on that too, and not great ones.
well, yeah,
But
we'll talk about.
no, he's just, and his face is weird,
Uh-huh.
and he's not. Is there anything good about his stats or anything? Because I'm
No,
just
no. This is the rodent Pokemon.
at my.
So,
Oh, really? This
yeah.
was what they went with?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Jeez.
So this has like,
I mean, to me, he's at best forgettable, and at
yeah,
worst, he just looks like somebody that you wouldn't want to see outside a gas station late at night.
I agree. So, are
To be honest
you
with you.
thinking E tier, D or E? What do you think? I mean,
Well, hey,
I'm
well,
leaning towards one of these. Is it bad
yeah,
enough to be E? I mean, the only reason why I'm saying D is ground, but I mean, it's
yeah.
barely a
I
ground
would
type.
I would put him either of those, but he's pretty bad design wise for me.
Okay.
I would put him in E.
Well, then I'm fine with E. We'll put him in
All
E.
right, let's put him there because he's just man. They just really botched that design in my opinion.
I
And
agree.
yeah,
Okay, Talonflame.
I like him. Well, he's fire type.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's a
Yeah.
hawk. Awesome. Fire
Yeah.
flying, I think, is cool.
Yeah. A little
Fletchling,
overdone, but I mean,
yeah, Fletchling is adorable.
sure. Um,
Um, but at the same time, I feel like they could have, I don't know, jazzed him up a little bit more, if that
mm,
makes sense.
yeah.
Um, Especially with some of the other fire Pokemon we got,
Mm-hmm.
he was a little bit lackluster.
Sure.
Um,
I thought pretty powerful as a starting bird Pokemon.
yes.
I mean, I think for
He was
the
strong.
starting birds, really strong. So,
And as far as starting birds go,
mm-hmm.
I usually don't actually like the bird Pokemon.
Mm,
Like I usually kind of don't use them after early game.
right.
I guess I just don't like birds that much. But
Yeah.
as far as birds go, I would say he is one of my favorite ones.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, I'd probably agree.
but at the same time, I don't like. Okay, now help me out here because I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell what color he is. Is he blue or gray on the bottom?
I think it's gray. I mean, I'm not great with
See, and
colors
the
either,
little
but
one was the little one more blue?
I don't think so. I think they all had the red, blue. I mean, the red, gray, yellowy.
And I think that's my main complaint with him is I felt like the gray and the red looked a little weird.
Mm.
Like I just felt like the colors made him a little duller than I felt like he had to be, which
Yeah.
I guess can be said for most of the early birds.
Yeah, that's true.
The bird you get at the beginning of the game,
Yeah,
they're
I
usually
mean,
not that colorful.
Pidgeot, horrible colors. So I mean,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Noctowl,
So
horrible.
he's fine,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, I don't want to put him lower than B. So
I'd say B. Yeah,
okay.
he's pretty For me, he's a solid B.
Okay, sounds good. Vivillon. Now I've got a bug bias, but I hate this. Like
It's not. He looks like Butterfree, but worse.
the only cool thing is,
The different colors,
yeah, you'll never be able to get every variant because there's like 30 of them, and
which is I don't like it when they're like, all right, you just can't have all the stuff.
mhm,
But that is a cool feature. Unfortunately, I don't.
yeah,
I feel like we've already done the butterfly, and we've done it multiple
a couple,
times.
yeah.
And the only kind of differentiating point design wise for him, besides the variants, right, is that he's kind of pixelated looking,
Now that's
which I thought was
kind of cool.
that was an odd choice to me
I mean, if
because he's
you
not
look,
electric type or anything.
sure, but if you look back to, I think it's Spupa. I mean,
Oh yeah,
he sort of has that pixely thing too, which I thought was cool. A whole lot better than, I mean, just Caterpie.
I mean he's
It
for
looks.
a for the sort of like cocoon
Hmm.
middle bug guy,
Hmm.
he's very cute.
Yeah, I agree.
He actually looks like an animal and not like a rock that you've painted eyes on,
That's
which
true.
is nice. It's a
Yeah,
change of pace for the bugs,
yeah.
but the square shapes just don't do it for me.
Okay. I mean, that's my
Um,
one thing. I'm like, hey, at least it kind of looks cool with the squares. But
yeah, and I'll say at least it's different
yeah, that's
a
true.
little bit, but it's kind of like, oh, a butterfly again.
Well, it's a bug, and as much as I don't like it, I mean, I can't go lower than C.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, this is another Delphox situation we're in here.
Well,
Um,
I think I'm gonna have to
let's
use my
see.
one. I'm gonna have to use my one. This is my channel card and
Oh, come on.
say the bug can't go lower than C. So
Okay.
okay, good.
I'll give you that because I feel like the color variants do bump him up to a C.
And it's the only bug. You have to give me that. It's the
That
only
is
in a
which I thought
whole
was
generation, the only
kind of
bug.
weird.
It's horrible. Like the
Yeah.
megas, the mega pincer and the mega scizor, they don't make up for only having one bug. They don't make up for it.
They don't. They
No,
don't because it's not like a new. It's
exactly.
kind of it's cool, but
It's not a new
eh,
Pokemon.
right.
Pyroar. So
Oh, come on. Now,
I know.
we're going to fight again.
No, no, I agree. I think Pyroar's pretty
No.
cool.
Pyro's
Fire and
awesome.
normal,
My
unique
only
typing.
complaint is the normal type
I thought that was cool.
is unique.
Yeah, unique.
I just don't like normal type.
I like how the two genders have a very distinct
Yes.
look. That was really cool.
And I think they're good looking because it would have been easy for them just to say, "Oh, the female doesn't get a mane,"
Right,
right?
yeah.
But no, they gave her that cool hairdo.
Mm.
Um, and honestly, I think she's a little bit stronger design than the male,
Really, I like
just because
the.
I think
I mean, I like the male
the
one because,
stripes look a little odd.
well, the yellow stripes here sort of resemble the kanji, the Japanese kanji for fire, which,
Oh, does it?
yeah,
See, I don't know that.
yeah. So it's,
That's actually pretty cool.
yeah. So I like that more because it's just showing you fire. It's like fire's written on his mane.
Ah,
So
that's cool. See, I thought he looked kind of like a flower, and I thought that was odd.
yeah, I can see that. But
I also like whenever you pet one of them, if you try to pet the mane, it burns your hand with
that's
the little
that's
with
fun.
the little stylus. Yeah, that was fun. No, I think, and they usually put a cat in there.
Right. And
And
we
for
got
the
two.
cats,
We got two cats.
yeah,
So
I think this one is, for me,
yeah.
it's one of my favorite Pokemon. I like lions.
Okay.
I love fire type,
So
and
what are you thinking? Tier
for
wise.
me,
Mm-hmm.
I would put it in the probably the A.
Okay.
Me personally, um, because the honestly, if it was a straight fire type, I think I'd like it a little bit better.
I'm gonna allow the A because the exact reason why you don't like it. I like the unique fire normal typing. I mean, I don't think
Okay,
there's even to this day of another fire normal. I mean,
is there not?
I don't think so. I mean, I appreciate when they give unique typings. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Okay, next one. I can never get the name of this right, so if I'm saying this wrong,
Florget.
Florgus,
I
Flourish.
don't,
I
Florgus.
don't
Who
know.
knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Florgus. So for me, this was the first generation with fairies, so we got a lot of fairies. Here's the first one.
Yeah.
I liked the I think 6 different colors you could get it
The
in,
colors were fun. That's always a nice touch.
and what was kind of cool and kind of not cool is whatever color you saw first in your game is all that you would see. So
That was yeah.
I had to restart my like X or like I played on X, so I had to restart my Y version 4
Yeah.
times to get all the colors.
Yeah.
Um,
That's frustrating.
but why
But
is it not grass type? It
yeah,
should be
it should be
fairy
at
and
least
grass.
fairy grass
Yeah, but it's
because
not.
it's literally on a flower.
Yeah,
I liked Flabebe.
I did too.
Floette is all right.
Still pretty cool, yeah.
Still pretty cool. The final evolution is like I don't know. It's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
We obviously got some kind of back problems happening here. Um, like
Yeah.
I think it could have been a little bit stronger.
I mean, and
Um,
speaking of strength, it's not that strong of a Pokemon either. I mean,
it
stats aren't
honestly
great. I mean, it's
it looks like Gardevoir, um, with a wreath on its neck, kind of.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's all right. Again,
Um,
I and the thing is, I liked what they were going for. I like the idea of the little flower fairy. That's fun. Um, but execution wise,
yeah. I mean,
particularly with the final evolution,
I think
I
the
was
only thing I like is the color variants. I mean, that's it. That's all it's doing
yeah,
for me.
and I feel like honestly when because I try not to look at every Pokemon before it releases. I like to be a little bit surprised
Mm,
when things evolve.
hmm
And when this one evolved into Florges or whatever,
Yeah.
I was disappointed a little bit. I was like, it's all right.
Plus, I believe you need a shiny stone to evolve this too.
You need what?
A shiny stone. Like, I think
Oh,
you need a stone to evolve. Such a weak Pokemon needs a stone to evolve.
does
So,
it?
yeah, I'm almost positive it
Yes, it
needs a
does.
stone.
It does.
Yeah, so I'm saying D.
Gosh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with that because I feel like
A
it's.
stone?
Eh.
Come on. Yeah. I
I
mean,
was, and for me, it's always gonna be tainted by that feeling of disappointment,
hmm
and that's the risk you run when you don't know what it's gonna look like. But
true.
I like to do that,
Okay,
and yeah, I
Go
don't know.
Goat. Go Goat.
He was one of, in my opinion, the more unique Pokemon from this one.
Yeah,
Um, as far as just his look and that he's a little goat.
yeah.
I
Not a
thought it
lot of
was
goat Pokemon, so.
no, and I thought it was interesting that he was a grass goat. I probably would have made it like fighting or something because they're always
Or normal, I mean,
more normal. Yeah,
normal makes
so
sense, but.
interesting. And you could ride him too,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And I
which that was fun.
think grassy terrain was one of the first abilities, or the ability for the grassy terrain. I think this was given to Gogoat and the one of the Tapus. Um,
Oh, really?
yeah, I think this was one of the first terrain Pokemon, so that was kind of
Okay.
cool. But besides that, kinda,
I'm I'm very ambivalent towards his design. I'm not a huge grass type person.
right.
And while I appreciate that they did something different by
hmm
having a little goat, which wasn't an animal they had covered very much,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care much for like the quadruped type animals.
Yeah.
Horses and all that stuff. Um, so
C?
it was cool you could ride it.
Yeah. You thinking C?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do C.
he was. I would put him in C or D. He's fine, I guess. Like
Yeah,
he's moderate. He's
yeah,
moderate.
yeah. I think that sounds fine.
I don't hate him.
Uh,
I feel like we're gonna end up with a lot of he's fine.
yeah, I don't know. We're getting down here where I'm gonna either say, yeah, I actually like this one, or I really don't. So, which one of the first I don't like is Pangoro. Don't like him.
Really?
Yeah, don't like him.
Why is that? Why don't you like him? I think he's pretty cool.
I mean, fighting in dark, Scrafty's
I mean,
better,
yeah, because
and
Scrappy's kind of weird looking. He's cool.
I really like Scrafty, and this is I don't like it. The way you
He's.
evolve Pancham is so dumb.
How do you do that? I don't. I didn't mess with him that much. What
So
did you do?
Pancham's a fighting type, and you
Right.
have to have a dark type in your party, and at like a certain level, it will evolve into Pangoro. So it needs like the dark influence. I think it's at like level
That's
32 or something.
that's
Like you need,
dumb.
yeah.
That's really dumb.
So I just
Um.
if you have a fighting in dark, I go with Scrafty. I don't mess with
Yeah,
this.
I will say that his design. I kind of like that he looks like he's wearing a little coat or something. I thought that for a panda, it is so easy to basically just draw a panda, right?
Sure.
And most panda characters, they don't do anything.
Mm.
And I thought they tried. And also, pandas usually are not portrayed as,
Like
you know,
aggressive or anything.
yeah, aggressive. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay, a little different. I mean, he just kind of looks like Edgelord Kung Fu Panda,
Yeah.
which,
Yeah.
kind of negative.
Yeah.
But for me, and also I don't do fighting that much,
Yeah.
but I do like dark. But again, I agree with you. Scrafty
So much
is
better.
is
Yeah.
better. So he's
So,
again neutral to whatever. Like,
well, I want to put him in D. What do you think?
I wouldn't fight you there just
Okay.
because while I appreciate the some of the points
Sure.
for him, I also am like I never used him
Hmm.
really. Um, he's fine, I guess.
Okay.
Right? Like,
The dog Pokemon Furfrou.
oh man,
See, the only, I mean, it's forgettable, horrible, bad. The only
yeah,
cool thing is you could change its because it's a
haircuts.
poodle. Yeah, the haircuts.
The haircuts were fun, but again, yeah, I don't see any reason to actually fight with him,
Hmm. And
if that makes sense.
it's a gimmick poke. And here's the thing too, is you could only do the haircuts in Gen 6. So in all the other
Yeah,
games, you can't do the haircut.
he's
It's
worthless.
yeah, and
It reminds me
same
of like
thing.
cosplay Pikachu.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly,
oh, all right,
exactly.
cool.
I think this generation had a lot of gimmick Pokemon, and this is the first one and a really bad one. So I want to put him in like F for Furfrou. You okay with
You
that?
know, I'm cool with that because
Okay,
honestly,
God,
I don't
he's
like him.
yeah, I don't like him
I
either.
think he looks weird. He looks angry.
Yeah.
So I would think personally, if I'm making a gimmick Pokemon for people to change the appearance of, I'd want him to be cute and cuddly and friendly
Uh
like
huh.
cosplay Pikachu. Because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking I have no intrinsic emotional connection to this thing to think I'm gonna waste my hard-earned Pokebucks to
Mm-hmm.
get this guy a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Because he looks like he wants to bite me,
I mean,
and I'm thinking, do you deserve this?
in all
No.
honesty, some of those haircuts were pretty cool, but
Some of them were all right.
I mean, it's yeah, it's not great.
I like him getting the star for a tail.
Yeah, that was cool. Some of them were cool, but I mean, overall, nah.
Overall, he's kind of bad.
Meowstick.
I like him.
I do too. I like him
I
a
like him a
lot.
lot.
Yes.
Okay, Esper's memes were great.
Yes, that's true.
Did you see all the memes of Esper
Of course I did.
where like I've seen the end
Of
and
course.
no one was spared, not even the children?
Of course.
Like I think Esper is really cute.
I agree.
And just weird looking.
Yeah.
And then Meowstick is, while I like his design less, and I think it's just because the folded over ears were a little weird.
Well,
I like the reasoning, right?
I mean,
That he's
it's
clamping in,
and it's a Scottish Fold is a breed of
right?
cat, so I mean, even Esper had the folded ears, so I mean, it's a breed of
I
cat.
guess
So
they
for
look
me, I like
weird,
that more.
tall and folded.
Yeah, that's
The
I mean,
short folded I didn't mind.
sure. When they open them up, it looks weird, but
He looks somewhere in between the really cute Pokemon and the more like middle of the road fight, you know,
right,
Pokemon. Think like Arcanine or something, right? That's
right.
not like, oh, I'm big and scary, but
Well,
So,
and I
and the
really
color
like
palette,
sure, and
eh,
the two genders. I mean,
I like it.
they took the Pyro up a notch because not only do they have they're basically two different Pokemon. I mean, their stats are different. Their
Yeah.
moves they learn with level up are different. Male Meowstic's more support, and female Meowstic's more attack. Um,
Yeah.
and I love that.
I love what they did with them.
Yeah.
I think my only hang up is that I like the design for Esper better than Meowstic,
Well,
which is
this is the
too
whole
bad
family. This is
because
the whole family we're doing here.
yeah, I think for me again, it's sort of that disappointment where when it evolves, I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I kind of liked it better before.
Well, I was making a cat team. Like
Yeah,
I was IV training and EV training a cat team. And
yeah.
while I was breeding espers to get a male Meowstic, I got a shiny male Meowstic.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was the correct IVs and uh, nature and everything. So I'm like,
Now,
this
yellow's my favorite color, so
exactly.
I like it yellow.
And so I was like, this is perfect. It's all the stats I need, and it's a shiny. I'm going to use it. And then I thought, but I wanted a female. I can't have a shiny male and a non shiny female. So I
Oh my
got
gosh.
super lucky and got a second shiny, and it was a female with
Whoa.
all the great stats. So I love these even more because I've got a pair
I like
of
that
a
when
shiny
the
male and a shiny
ear
female.
unfolds,
Hmm.
it looks like an eyeball under there.
Yeah. I mean, I want to put
That's
it
pretty.
in S
I like.
tier. What do you think?
I would say, see, for me, it's A tier, but I will definitely say that S tier
Okay.
is reasonable.
Okay. Because, I mean, you got
For
Esper in there
me,
too. So, I mean,
yeah, for me, it's just that it all Meowstic almost doesn't look related to Esper in a weird way.
yeah, I can
I
see
don't know
that.
how to explain that, but that's kind of my hang up.
Yeah.
Is just I feel like the design is a little bit incongruent, and I think if the baby looked more like him, I don't
Sure.
think I would have been disappointed, and I think I would have liked him more.
Yeah, that makes
So I'm
sense.
willing to say, yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
I agree. Another great one. So I love Steel type. I
I like
mean,
Ghost type, so yeah.
Aegislash. I mean, it's so cool. I mean,
I'm not always a big fan of the inanimate object Pokemon.
right, but I think this
Um,
makes sense. A ghost has like
possess a sword,
possessed it. Yeah.
which there's like a yokai in Japan where someone uses a katana like 1,000 times and then it
Oh.
becomes like
Be-
conscious,
oh.
and it reminds me of that, and I like that. The anime, Hell Girl is a character
Hmm.
that's like that. I don't know if you watch Hell Girl.
Mm-mm.
I do. I like it, but yeah. I don't know, and I think its evolution is pretty cool too.
Yeah, I like the
Um.
form changing and the. I mean, it's a really
Mhm.
unique. It's a really strong Pokemon too. I mean, it's out of this whole generation. I think some of the ones that really stand the test of time is Aegislash. I mean, it's
And I think it's got a pretty strong and pretty classic design.
yeah,
It's not one that I would look at and immediately be like, "Oh, I know which gen it was from
right.
based on its design."
Yeah,
And like I feel like this one would honestly have fit even in like Gen 2.
yeah, I think so.
And so that to me as sort of an old timer with Pokemon, right,
I'm right there
is
with you.
that's a point in its favor.
I agree.
Um
I mean,
so this is a really good one.
I want to initially put it in S. I mean, are you okay with that?
You know, I can't think of really a bad point for it.
I same.
The typing is good, the
Yep.
design is good.
Yep.
It's got cool form changes.
Yep.
I believe it's got pretty good attacks and things too.
Oh yeah. I mean, when it
So,
switches its form, really high attack for the attack one, and then really high defense for the. I mean,
did
it's
it
great. Yeah.
did have did it have a signature move?
King Shield, which was kind of like the Spiky Shield, but wasn't. And then you do the King Shield, and it would change your form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was cool.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
S tier. I mean, we gotta put it in S, don't you
yeah,
think?
let's do that. I
Okay.
think that's good.
All right. These dumb fairies. Aromatisse with the
I
special item to evolve it while you like trade it too. Like, come on,
I kind of like this one.
because it's
I think
ugly.
yeah, it looks goofy. It looks like, to be honest with you, what is it? A
Like
lot
a
of these
nose,
Pokemon,
like a nose fairy. I mean,
what is it?
yeah,
Like a lot of Pokemon, oh, it's a goat. Oh, it's a sword. Whatever. What is Aromatisse? Does it looks like a little cancer, but really ugly, and I like that.
yeah,
It's dumb, cute. I don't know. And I will say, I personally think its design is a little bit stronger than Slurpuff.
okay,
Now Slurpuff
sure, yeah,
has the dumb face,
yeah,
but it doesn't look like they really. It kind of just looks like somebody stuck some circles together.
yeah.
Aromatisse,
I like Swirlix a lot more for design wise. I like Swirlix a lot more than Slurpuff, but
yeah. I
I
just
mean,
Aromatisse to me. Now I wouldn't say it's a great Pokemon,
it's
but
not.
for the fairies that we got,
Yeah,
it's it's probably one of my favorites. Also, it almost looks like it has horns, which is kind of cool.
yeah, yeah, that's cool.
It's got a little bit. It's a little tiny bit spooky.
I mean, I'd say
Um,
between these two, I like Slurpuff more because I like the food Pokemon.
See, I'm not a
But
big food Pokemon fan.
yeah, I like them.
I'm like, what's going on with the food?
But I still don't like either of them, and
Eh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to put either of them above C. I mean, I'm thinking like
I see
D for
personally, yeah. See, I would put the Aromatisse. Gosh, when I'm looking at the Pokemon that we already have up there,
like. Is it better than Go? Is it
right?
on the same
Yeah, and
level as
that's
Go
the
Go?
thing.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, well, see, for me, I would have maybe put Go-Go a little lower. I don't know. Ah, I would say yeah, C or D for um
Aromatisse.
Aromatisse, and
Okay.
I'm okay with it going in D,
Okay.
just because
Yeah.
I can sit here and I can say, hey, here's things I like about the design. Would I put it in my team? No, I would not.
And I think Slurpuff.
No, I would not.
We've already pretty much talked about Slurpuff. I think
Slurpuff is
it needs to go
pretty
in D
equivalent.
two.
It's
Yeah,
equivalent.
yeah. I agree.
I say I don't like it as much just because I think they almost went a little bit too round with the design.
Yeah.
Because they kind of mix the complexity with the roundness in a way,
Oh yeah, I see that.
and I'm not a huge fan of the way it turned out. I think either it could have been a little simpler or a little more complicated.
Uh,
Um,
I mean, I like how it's food. So you like Aromatisse more. I like Slurpuff more. I think
yeah, I
us
say we put
evening it
them.
out, D is
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
Now Malomar, I actually really like. I was really expecting
I like.
Inkay being a squid, being water, and it's not dark and
Yeah,
psychic. I mean,
I think it's kind of all right. So Malomar, obviously, squids do have beaks,
right?
but I just think how it's kind of cool. He looks like a penguin,
Yeah.
and I think it's that whole subversion of expectations thing
Hmm.
that kind of goes with the whole theme of the Pokemon.
And
Of how you think, all right, this thing would evolve. It's gonna look like a bigger squid.
uh-huh.
It kind of looks like a weird penguin.
And the cool thing is too is it's upside down, and that goes hand in hand with how you evolve,
Oh, that was crazy.
where you have to hold your DS upside down.
I I could not, because I don't like to look up a lot of spoilers.
Yeah,
I could not figure out how to evolve this thing.
I
I
couldn't
looked it
either.
up,
Yeah,
and to be honest, I was so mad
yeah.
because I was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah,
How do
now it
you
okay,
how do you happen upon that? Like, there's
right.
no way you would
Oh
just
no,
accidentally.
I've dropped my Doritos. Let me lean over and get it,
As
and my
soon as
DS
it's
goes upside
evolved,
down.
as soon as my Inkay's leveling up, like that makes no sense. At
Oh,
the
I've
end of the
dropped my
battle,
beverage. Yeah,
yeah.
that was crazy.
Um, but
Um,
cool
but I
typing,
like him.
yeah, cool design. I think. Pretty decent stats and moves. I mean, just for as cool as it is and everything, I'd say B or
I would
maybe
put him in
C.
B
Okay, you
because
go with B.
again, he's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't feel like, and for me, I wouldn't call him straight up a gimmick. right?
Right. Yeah.
He's
No, I
not
wouldn't either.
completely a gimmick,
Yeah.
but he is a little bit where I'm like, all
He's
right, I
got
had my
some.
fun with him.
Right.
He's evolved,
Yeah.
and then I kind of didn't do much more with him
Right. I mean,
because I
yeah.
was kind of like,
He's got some gimmick, but I think he surpasses that gimmick, whereas some of
yeah.
these don't.
Some of them for sure don't. He's better obviously than the poodle,
Uh,
but I'm kind of like, all right, he's all right.
Barb.
I like how he's kind of creepy looking,
I know. I love it. With the wicked hair. Um.
right?
Okay.
Who's next?
Barbaracle.
Oh, I hate that thing.
Yeah. You just want to put it in F tier and just say no more.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
No, we don't need to discuss
Yeah,
this.
we
Let's
don't
just
have
put
to.
it
It's
in
so bad.
there. So ugly.
Dragalge though.
I like him.
Poison and Dragon first. Poison and
That's
Dragon.
so cool.
Which
Like that was fun.
it makes sense because they really missed the bar with that dragon type for Horsey and Seadra, and they had to make up for it with Kingdra.
Right.
And this Dragalge, oh, it's so
Plus,
cool
he's
looking.
based on like the sea dragon, the little.
Right. Where it's
So that's fun.
yeah,
Which that's a cool animal.
I agree. The only bad thing is his stats are not great. For
Yeah,
as cool as
and
his typing and how he looks, and everything, stats aren't great.
even looking at him, I would assume he was pretty fragile and pretty like,
Yeah, I like
he looks.
high special defense. Like why? Like it's
Yeah,
yeah. So
a bit odd there, but for the and yeah, I kind of would have thought he'd be water type since he's
yeah, I agree. But
seahorse,
I'm
but
glad
he's
they
not.
didn't. Yeah, I'm glad they went
He's
with
interesting.
Poison and Dragon. So I want to go A tier. What do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I think he is one of those ones where even though he definitely looks like a later gen design, I think
Yeah.
his design stands up.
Yeah.
I think it's one where I don't necessarily sit there and think, man, I just love Dragalge, right?
Yeah.
But looking through this set of Pokemon, I'd say, that's a pretty solid design.
I agree. Another pretty good design, I think, Clawitzer.
I do like this one.
I do too.
And I really like the fact that his claw is so big, it looks like the animal itself,
Yeah.
and it almost has a face.
Yeah.
It's one of those Pokemon where it kind of subverts your expectation. It's kind of a weird shape. It's got something going on, besides just, oh look, a little crawdad.
Yeah, and I think it is. I'm looking it up right now. It's based off of like a pistol shrimp or something.
Is it?
There's an actual shrimp that has like one very large claw like this. Not like the fiddler crab, but like
Yeah, there is a pistol shrimp with a big one big old claw.
one really big mandible.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I really like how same thing with Dragalge. They didn't just
Mhm.
base it off of a seahorse, but like a specific one. Same
Right.
thing
I
with
love that.
Clawitzer. And
I will say he reminds me a little bit of Sharpedo, except
sure,
I don't like Sharpedo,
I don't
but I
like
like
either.
this guy.
I do.
He's got that whole almost technology because he kind of looks armored.
Right.
He's got that whole fusion of ocean with sort of that more modern design. But this one, I feel like they've actually gotten it to work.
I agree.
Whereas with like Sharpedo, I felt like it just didn't work. He looked really messy.
Mm-hmm.
But this one looks put together. He's got good color. He's got good the proportions work. I like this one.
I agree. And I mean the same with the names, the Clauncher and Clawitzer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean they're based off of tanks and cannons, and
Yeah.
Mega Launcher, its ability, I think makes like all like beam and bullet attacks do more damage. So very unique ability, very unique design, very
I actually
unique
think
concept. I love it.
I think it's a little weird, honestly, that they had him be straight water type.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's cool.
I think the
I'm
ability
not a
makes
big
up for it.
Yeah, I'm not a big water type person, so I couldn't see myself really putting this one in my team. But for a water type, especially since I don't like a lot of water types.
Mm-hmm.
This one's really good.
Well, I want to go
I'll
to
say
A tier. What do you think?
that. Yeah. I mean, when I look at these designs, I feel like that again, it's not one that I would be like, oh, I'm putting that in my team, but it's one of the stronger designs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd put that up there.
Okay, Heliolisk. You want to start us off on this one?
All right. Look, I like the typing.
Yeah, the electric and normal, very unique.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like the concept.
yeah. The cool lizard
The little
again.
frill lizard.
Again, not just a regular lizard, but a very specific one. I like how they did that in
I
Gen
like that.
6. Yeah.
However, however,
Yeah.
what is with those shapes? Like on the one hand, on Heliolisk, I will give you that, his evolved form, he looks pretty good.
Yeah,
But Helioptile,
it's so
what the
bad.
heck is going on there?
Uh-huh, I
Why
agree.
does he have dog ears?
Yeah, I agree.
He looks like he's wearing a dumb hat. Not a fun dumb hat, just a dumb hat.
Yep.
And I like dumb hats, but that is too far.
Plus, this is another one where it needs a sunstone to evolve. Like, why?
And that's, again, it seems too costly for this Pokemon.
Yeah, like, why would you waste your sunstone on Heliolisk? Like, stones are supposed to be for getting really strong Pokemon. You got your Gloom,
Yeah,
and you want it to be stronger. Give it a grass stone. It's now a super strong Vileplume. I
absolutely.
mean, you don't just throw away stones with
Right.
Florges and
Yeah.
Helioptile and stuff. So
I like that when his frill flares out, he looks like the sun
yeah, which is
or like a
cool. Yeah,
sunflower.
yeah,
That's cool. But I felt like they kind of took that concept and maybe overdid that geometric kind of thing,
mm.
especially when it came to Helioptile, because it really looks to me like they took the second evolution and worked backwards.
Yeah, yeah. You're
Um,
probably right.
but Helioptile for me, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
I would not even look at that, and my first thought isn't gonna be lizard.
yeah. I know, right?
The silhouette is all weird. I feel like they overdid it on the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, even if he just had little black eyes like Pikachu, honestly, might be an improvement. Um,
Yeah, that
no,
Helioptile's really bad.
and it's too bad because again, his evolution
Yeah,
is
Heliolisk is pretty
is
decent.
all right. He's all right.
So what are you thinking?
Oh
D,
man,
E?
I
I
I
mean,
would put it. Oh gosh, I would probably put it in a D.
okay, I'm fine with that.
Just for me. I feel like if we were just going off the second evolution, I could
Hmm.
see a B or a C. But since we're doing it all with a family,
Uh huh.
man, that's like a D.
Yeah,
And
I
it's too
agree.
bad. It's too bad. Especially because that's one of the only like yellow little reptile guys, and I
Yeah,
love
you're right.
yellow,
Yeah,
but
I agree. Um, okay, Tyrantrum.
he's pretty cool.
Very cool. I mean,
I like
Rock and Dragon. I think that's unique typing.
yeah, that's pretty cool. I will say I find his design a bit busy.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I looked at this and I didn't know the context, I would almost be thinking like Digimon.
yeah. Yeah, I can see
So
that.
for me, now Tyrunt is cute
Very cute.
and cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like they already started with uh the unevolved one with some complexity, with
Mm-hmm.
some sharp edges.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of went all out and I feel like they took it a little far. He
Yeah.
reminds me of some of the earlier gen legendaries even. Like that could be like
Yeah.
Groudon, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be
Yeah. Very
similar.
Groudon. Yeah. I
Looks
can
like
see that.
Groudon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm a little torn on this one because again, typing's good,
Yeah.
really strong.
And when I think of, because this is one of the two fossil Pokemon, when I think of the generation's fossil Pokemon, I mean, we finally get to dinosaurs after 5 generations. We finally
Yeah.
get to, yeah, which is what you're expecting with fossil
Oh
Pokemon.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so we finally got to dinosaurs, and what better dinosaur than the classic T Rex? I mean,
Absolutely.
and
And
so,
obviously with the Rex, it's the king. It's got that kind of
mm-hmm,
crown shape on its
mm-hmm,
head.
mm-hmm.
But it's just for me, it's too much.
Sure, I could see that. So, I think everything else on it's pretty cool.
Everything else is good. I feel like, and you know what? If they just dialed that design back a little
Hmm.
bit, like if maybe he had the crown, but he didn't have so much going on with the neck and the beard,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Or if they did a lot less detail on his scales. If they
Yeah.
just took out some of the line work and reined it in a touch,
Mm.
it could have been a stronger design.
I can see that.
Um, so
What are you thinking?
I'm willing to give it a B.
That's what I was
I feel
thinking
like
too.
you like it more than I do, but
Yeah.
and again, it's just some points on the design, so I'm willing to put it up a
Well,
little higher.
my chosen fossil between these two is this one, the Aurorus.
And this one, I feel like they went a little bit complicated, but they
Still
made this
not as
one
near
a little
complicated.
too cute.
Yeah, I can see that. But I
All
mean
right,
the
you pull up Amora or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
the yeah.
tell me that doesn't look like it's from My Little Pony.
Okay, yeah. The
Do you
very
see it?
very big eyes, yes.
The big eyes, the color palette,
Yeah.
the very round clubbed shapes of like
Yeah.
the feet and the tail.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks like, you know, it doesn't look like a Pokemon to me.
But I mean that the Aurorus though, and even Amora, ice and rock, very very weak type because I mean
Yeah.
ice is in there, so but pretty unique. The snow warning, I think was its hidden ability. Yeah, snow warning. So we get another hail starter, which was awesome. Even refrigerate is a pretty cool ability. I think that
Yep.
turns normal moves into ice moves. So
That's good. I mean, that's great.
yeah.
The concept of the Pokemon, right, with the Aurora Borealis,
Yeah,
with
I
the
think
I
with the
like.
frills, I like that too. I mean, I like this more than Tyrantrum. Um,
I'm
so
I'm about I'm about even design wise
okay,
on both of them.
okay. So
Um,
then I'm sure you'd be fine with just keeping it in B then.
that's fine.
Okay.
I think one of my complaints is that I think, and maybe it's because of the way they pose it when it's standing still.
Mm.
I don't like how high the frills go.
Oh yeah.
They start to look like wings or
Hmm.
something. Again, it's a little off for me.
I
But
can
I
see that.
like, and if they move that part that's the widest part of the frill from the top to maybe about halfway down the frill,
Yeah.
I think I would feel a little more positively about it. Um, and again, it's a little off for me. But I like the concept. I like the uniqueness. I like the abilities.
I do too. Okay. Um, Sylveon. So the most recent evolution. I mean, it's
Yeah.
surprising to say. I mean, they only gave Eevee a new evolution just for the fairy typing.
Yeah.
Probably my least favorite evolution.
Yeah. I
Way too
mean, it
cute.
looks it
Like,
looks different. Yeah.
yeah,
And Eevee is cute. The
sure.
evolutions are cute, but they are not the same level as
Yeah.
cute as some of the other Pokemon. And I feel like this one they did move cuter.
I mean, you're talking about My Little Pony for
Yeah,
the. This looks like Sailor
exactly.
Moon. I mean, this.
It does.
Yeah,
It
all the
does.
ribbons and
And
bows.
the
Yeah.
ribbons are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put it next to the other evolutions, I feel like it's very obvious that it is
Yeah,
a much later gen.
I agree. Yeah,
I feel like the coloration I don't love. I
sure.
get where they're going
I
with the
think
pink because pink is the fairy stuff,
sure.
but the fact that it's mostly white,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true. I think the shiny is white and blue, but it's like a baby blue, so it's still cutesy.
Um, yeah, it's like the
Yep.
baby blue.
Um,
Um,
I don't know. I'm
yeah.
thinking.
Does it have good stats, good abilities,
No,
anything?
no, it's an E. It might have
No.
Pixelate. Does it have Pixelate?
Let me check that out.
Pixelate's its hidden ability, so
All
that's.
right, what does that one do? Remind me what that does.
I believe that's just like Refrigerate, but turns it into fairy moves. So that's actually a
What a
pretty good.
weird thing to call that. I guess pixies.
Yeah,
I'm
and
thinking like pixels.
yeah, and the Alate, so the Aerate, Refrigerate, Pixelate, that's
Okay,
how you. Yeah, it turns normal moves into fairy moves and strengthens them
that's
to
nice.
1.3 times their power. Plus, you get stabbed with that, so it's a pretty good hidden ability actually. But I think that's the only thing it's got. I mean, yeah, this is
And
my least favorite.
I feel pretty lukewarm on the design,
Okay.
honestly. Just
So then what? C.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would put it a C or a D or you know. It's not as bad as like the bunny, right? And it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll put it in D and maybe, or I mean in C, and maybe if we feel different about it later.
We'll see. We'll
Yep.
see how it goes. You're
Halucha.
a nice Leon.
So
Yeah,
another,
Halucha freaks me out.
yeah, another gimmick Pokemon.
It's just does it look like a bird or does it look like a creepy little man wearing a bird mask?
Uh-huh. I
And
think
the luchador idea is cool,
it's cool. Yeah.
but this execution, hmm,
I think the only thing I like about it is the unique type combination with the flying and fighting,
that's cool.
and its signature move, that flying press, is the only move that does damage for both types. Because I mean, as you know, a move is a type. So
Right.
like ice beams and ice, so it do ice damage. Flying press is both flying and fighting, so it does damage to bugs just as much as it does to dark type. So
That's nice.
it's very unique and very cool, and that's all that it has going. It's just that gimmick. So I
Like I feel like if they just tweaked some of the shapes
sure,
slightly.
yeah. I mean, it's very
Um
very humanoid. It's
yeah,
just
and for a bird, like if you look at some of the other like Blaziken is kind of a mess, but if you look at like
hmm
Combuskin, I feel like Combuskin is kind of, you know, in the same
yeah,
range.
yeah. I agree.
Combuskin is a little weird, and then I feel like Halucha takes that a step farther,
In a bad
and
direction,
it's
yeah.
in a bad direction.
So what are you feeling in your gut?
Man, I see. I don't use. Again, the move is nice. The move is nice,
But I mean, it's really, it's not one
but
that
would I
you
ever?
would. Yeah, it's not one you would
No,
sketch with a Smeargle. It's not one that you would get this Pokemon
no.
just for that move. So I mean, it's
Would I ever actually use this Pokemon? No, I would not.
okay.
I would not. Um, Probably like a D or an E. Yeah, it's not great.
I'm good with E.
All right, toss it down there with the weird rabbit.
Speaking of E, uh,
Oh,
Dedenne,
yeah, dead end, whatever he
Dedenne,
is.
just
I don't
a
know how to say that.
Pikachu clone. They threw a
He
fairy
looks like, all right,
typing
he
on
looks
it.
like a potato.
Yeah,
He looks like a potato. Why is he fairy type?
just to make them, just
Right.
because it's Gen
But
6.
does he look to you
No,
like that should be a no?
nope.
That looks like a potato.
Yeah,
It looks like Mr. Potato Head with Pikachu's face.
I would
Is he
say
cute? Yes.
Uh, I'd say probably second worst Pikachu clone in my opinion.
Which one do you think is the worst?
Minum and Plusle. I think those are the
Really?
worst.
Because I hate the squirrel.
Petritsu,
The
I like
flying
Petritsu.
squirrel.
Oh, Emolga?
Oh yeah, okay, so Emolga,
I
I
like
actually don't like
Emolga.
either one. Emolga is like he's
The
okay.
Volt
Which one was
Switch, yeah.
the Pachis
Petritsu,
whatever?
that's Gen 4's. Yeah, it looks like a squirrel. I like that one.
Yeah, that felt I don't know.
Well, I want to put him in E. Didn't
All
I?
right, yeah, toss him. He's
I mean,
weird.
I
I
mean,
don't.
I'd put him in
He
F, but
feels
it's
he felt pointless.
yeah. What are you thinking? E or F?
Man, I don't. Does he deserve the treatment of being down there with the barnacle? I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
guess you. Yeah, I
I'm
guess.
voting E
Okay.
because he at least doesn't look like crap.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean he looks like a potato, but
Yeah.
you know he's a I mean, I'd give him a snuggle and a piece of cheese.
I wouldn't. Uh,
That's fair.
Carbink. So I like
Ah,
I like this. My favorite mythical is
Diancie?
Diancie, and we're gonna get to Diancie.
I
Um,
like Diancie. Carbink, I'm like, what's with the ears?
yeah, but Diancie's, I mean, Carbink's kind of a pre-evolution because the whole thing
It
is,
is.
yeah, it like became mystical or whatever, and it turned into a Diancie. So I like the diamonds. I think making it rock and fairy with diamonds that makes
That was
sense.
fun.
Yeah,
That was
I
fun.
get it.
Um,
The ears are dumb, um,
yeah,
and the stats aren't great. I really wish these evolved. I mean, that's
yeah.
but.
You know what I think? If they had literally just put some little quartz crystals there,
Mm,
maybe that point upward instead of
mm-hmm,
sideways,
mm-hmm,
that were a little bit smaller, maybe
mm,
about half the length,
mm-hmm.
I think I would have liked the design a lot better.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I agree. The Diancie's really cool. The design for me is okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I give Carbink a higher rating in my head because it's related to Diancie. So
if Diancie was not in the equation though,
yeah, I probably wouldn't like it as much.
probably wouldn't like it as much. Yeah,
I mean, I want to go. I want to go C for Carbink. I mean,
I would. Yeah,
okay,
I'd say that's about right.
fine with C.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I don't feel like on its own it stands out that much
I agree.
personally.
Um, Goodra. So here's the thing:
Okay,
all pseudo legendaries before Gen 6, their criteria were they had to be dual type, and they didn't make Goodra dual type. It's just dragon, and like it evolves in the rain. Why wouldn't you make it dragon and water? Like
that's
why?
fair.
But it's just
Which would
dragon.
make sense with the slime.
Exactly, and
Hear me out
it
though.
needs rain to evolve. It should be water type.
I like him
I don't look at that.
because
Look at that
he looks
thickums. I mean
he
that's
looks squishy.
look at those
Now,
thighs.
he looks too much. He does look like a My Little Pony character, and that is a problem. However, his first two forms I like a lot, and that's where the problem comes in for me. Because Gumi, he looks like a sea slug. I love sea slugs.
I like Sliggoo a lot.
He's super cute. Sliggoo
Yeah,
looks like a little snail with arms.
yeah, yeah. That's
He's
true.
real cool.
But then just Goodra, come on.
Goodra looks like yeah, too thick. Looks like a Pixar mom
Yeah, exactly.
merged with a My Little Pony
You're
character.
exactly. You said it just right. I think
Weird.
design wise, the worst looking pseudo legendary. Um, Typing wise, it's just dragon.
Yeah.
Stat wise,
Should have been Dragon Water. I agree with you there.
special defense. Why are you a special defender? And like it's almost an equal attack special attack stat.
Just deflecting magic with those thick thighs.
Exactly. Like
Come on,
it's not great.
makes sense.
I don't like it. I kind of really don't like it.
Man, but for me, the first two evolutions pull it up the ranks a little bit.
Okay, so I think I would have put it in like D. So
Come on, give me at least a C. Give me a
okay,
C for
we
Gumi.
we can do a C.
For Gumi.
We can do a C. That's
Look
fine.
at him.
We can do C.
I want to hold him.
Klefki. So
Oh, that thing's stupid.
yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry. That thing's stupid.
F tier.
Yeah, go ahead and put it down there, cause
I agree.
its face is ugly.
Yep.
It's a key ring. It's a
So
key
dumb.
with a key ring.
Yeah, so dumb.
Why is it fairy type?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I just no.
I agree. Okay. My favorite Gen 6 Pokemon is Trevenant.
I like that guy.
So I immediately want to put him in S tier.
I'm sorry, but he is good.
Yeah. S tier? You good with that?
I mean,
I mean, look how cool he is. Number one.
the deal is his pre-evolution, right? I always
Phantom.
keep one
So cute.
unevolved
Yeah.
because he is the cutest little ghost boy.
Very
Kind of
cute.
looks like Hollow Knight, right?
Yeah, very
But
cute.
he's so cool. And then his evolution is scary, and
So
that is
cool.
really cool.
So cool.
His concept is good. I mean, Man, yeah, I can't think of a reason not
Not to
to
put
put
him in
him
S
at
tier.
the top.
I
I
agree.
can't.
I
That's a
agree.
really good Pokemon.
Uh,
But now we're gonna fight.
yeah. So his counterpart, Gorgeist, I don't like. Um, I
I
mean,
will.
I get it. Okay, they're both grass and ghost. How are you gonna make them different? One can be a dead tree, and then one can be Halloween. I like Halloween. That's cool. I like the different sizes. That's cool. But
Okay,
it's
I always catch one of the
just
biggest, chonkiest boys, and I name him Plumpkin.
Plumpkin. That's a good one.
I will not budge on this. His name will be Plumpkin.
I mean,
But look, I will give you this. Gorgeist itself looks a little weird,
I agree.
right?
Where's its face? Is it the pumpkin? Is it up
Now, I
here? Is
like the confusion on the face. I think that's fun. It's the hair that gets me. It's the hair.
yeah.
Because here's the deal. We had this really cool bat thing going with Pumpkaboo. And then we just tossed it. And we
Right.
were
Yeah,
like,
I
what
see
if it
that.
just had hair that was hands?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, eh,
Mm.
right. But overall, I do still use Gourgeist from time to time. The typing for me is pretty good. Um, and I don't know. I do kind of still like the design, and I love pumpkins. Okay, I
Sure.
do love pumpkins.
Well,
But
you want to do A
I
tier?
I will let you put him in A tier.
Okay.
I will let you bring him down one. And you
Um,
know what? I will say I agree that the design is just a notch worse than Trevenant
well, more
in the
than, but
final evolutions.
sure, yeah.
Because Trevenant is just so freaky looking.
So amazing.
And while I like having the cuter option, and for me, the shiny Gorgeist is really nice.
Oh, I need to look at that.
The shiny Gorgeist has like purple hair.
Yeah, but
The hair is a little weird.
the shiny Trevenant's white, so
That's pretty cool.
so much
But no,
better.
shiny Gorgeist, pretty cool.
Okay. Avalugg, I absolutely love. So ice type have always been notoriously weak,
Yeah.
horrible defenses, and they finally changed that with Avalugg and gave him a tremendous defense stat. Like it's 184. It's one of the highest defense stats in the game, which
Okay.
he needed it. I mean, ice type needed it. It's sad it's just an ice type, but I absolutely love Avalugg.
I am with you on the stats. I'm with you on that. But does that to you look like a Pokemon?
Yeah,
Or does that look like a haunted ice skating rink that came to life and wants revenge?
it's a God, what's it called that hit the Titanic?
The iceberg,
It's an
yeah.
iceberg. I mean,
That's
you played Sword and Shield, didn't you, or no?
yeah, I did.
Yeah, do you
I
remember
did.
the area where they were just floating in the water?
Oh man, I don't remember that.
You would just see the tops of their back,
Okay.
and they'd just
Yeah.
be floating in the water. He looks so cool, and then they come up out of the water. I mean, he's like flat on the top, and he's
You know,
massive. He looks
there
cool.
are some lizards that are kind of flat that he does kind of look like.
Yeah.
What are those, like the horny toads and stuff?
Oh yeah.
He looks kind of like an ice one of those. But I guess for me, I just don't find his design very compelling or interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he's just ice.
He's just
Yeah.
ice. He's literally just made of ice. Bergmite has a little something going on for him. With
Yeah.
that weird little face.
Yeah, with the like cone too. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he could be something interesting. And again, I think it's that disappointment.
Mm,
Where
I
for
disagree. I think
but
he's so much better.
that's me personally.
Sure.
I think and you know, he's kind of monochromatic.
Yeah, just being ice is very boring.
Yeah, and then he's just kind of one color.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
kind of flat.
That's true.
Um Although I do agree having an ice tank is nice.
Very nice. So
So
I would go S, but I mean, if you
I would not put
okay,
him S,
I'm
but
fine with A.
because you know stats, I would let you put him higher than I would put him. So yeah, that's cool with me.
You fine with S then?
No, not S. Put him in A.
I
Come
was
on.
trying to push for that ass.
Come on.
Okay, we're almost done here. Noivern.
I like Noivern.
Yeah,
Um,
I like how its primary type is flying and its secondary type's dragon.
yeah, we got another dragon, which I feel like they were kind of, because it was the first one with fairy, they were
Mm-hmm.
kind of, um, Noivern is a little bit complex on the design, a
Yep.
little bit, sharp
Yep.
for my taste, but his, what is it, Noibat? Is that the little one?
Yeah, Noibat.
The little one's cool.
Yeah. I
He
like
doesn't,
I like bat Pokemon. So
I like the bats.
and it's like a wyvern too, so it's not
I
really a
agree with that.
dragon, but I mean it's still um
I, I do think it's interesting that they made kind of a bat dragon.
and then
So
the
he's,
whole echolocation thing in his ears and
hmm
um
yeah, I guess my only real complaint with him is that when you look at him, to me, he doesn't really scream Pokemon, just with the like shape of his wings
hmm, okay.
and his kind of slender body.
Mhm.
His face definitely looks very Pokemon.
Mhm.
I think it's just the particular wings.
Mm.
Um, he looks a little bit he looks a little bit more fantasy dragon than Pokemon character.
Well,
Um,
um I I mean I'm thinking
I like him though.
SAB, I mean A? What do you
I
think?
would I
A?
would I put him between A and B. Yeah, somewhere
Okay.
up there,
Okay.
because I feel like while he is good, um, I just I didn't use him a lot. Um, but he's pretty good.
I agree.
I guess when it comes to bat Pokemon, I'm more of a Swoobat fan.
Oh, I like Swoobat too.
I think he's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
So I think for me, there's that internal kind of thinking about all the bat Pokemon
Mhm.
and thinking, oh, I like that one better,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Um, but yeah, I like his typing and everything.
Okay. Legendaries. Xerneas. So fairy type.
So yeah,
I chose X version to play the most because I like Xerneas
I
more.
played X the most
Yeah.
too, but incidentally, I actually like Yveltal better. Um,
Well,
I
I
think
liked Princess Mononoke,
yeah,
the anime
I
movie, and
just
that reminded me of it.
I'm not a big deer person. For me, the legendaries of this gen fall for me into that trap that the later gens did with
Yeah.
the legendaries, where they look very sharp, almost robotic.
Mm.
They've got a lot of elements going on with the design, and I get they're trying to differentiate them from the other Pokemon,
Yeah.
right? They really want to give that a different design. But for me, I'm thinking about like Mewtwo, and that was a very round design. That was a very,
Very
quite frankly,
basic design. Yeah.
simple design
Yeah.
comparatively.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always been sort of lukewarm on
Mm.
the legendaries that go the more mechanical looking route. I mean, obviously it's not meant to be a mechanical thing, but it's just the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the light up horns.
Yeah, and all the
That was
colors,
fun.
and yeah.
Yeah, so I like the concept. I don't know.
I mean, great competitively, also. I mean, amazing.
Right.
I mean, I would initially say A, but I'd be willing to go to B if you really don't like them.
I mean, it's more of a personal, I just don't love the design, but kind of accepting that that is where we're at with the legendaries.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm willing to put him up there.
In which one?
I'll put him in A
Okay.
if that's where you're going.
That's what I want to do. Yveltal?
I like that one. I will say that I thought it was weird that he looked more like a Y than an X.
Yeah, he's the Y Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, he is?
Yeah. Xerneas
Okay,
is the
no, that
X.
that was the thing. Sorry. Xerneas almost looked like an X to me. And that's where I started getting confused.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because of the weird little lumps on his shoulders.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
Um,
Xerneas is the X, Yveltal's the Y, Zygarde was the
that's right.
Z, yeah.
Of course, because that's what their names start with.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
still thinking about the last. No,
Dark and
his
Flying is not unique of a typing. The whole lore behind them, this being the creation one, this being the destruction one, I'm not an edge lord. Like I prefer the creation one. So, uh,
yeah, I'm feeling very edgelordy about this. I like the destruction one.
I mean, I would
I'm
say
not I'm
B or
not so much of
C.
an edgelord that Darkrai is my favorite Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But I like him. I will say that he looks the kind of weird blunt wings and tail.
Mm-hmm.
The shape is a little bit strange.
Yep.
I think his face is pretty cool, but you never really think about his face
True. You just think of
or
the
his mane.
Y.
You're
Yeah.
just looking at the big Y shape,
Yep.
which, fair, but there's just something odd about the kind of thin wings and tail with that big kind of bulb at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm thinking B or C.
Ah, man. See, I would say A or B, so I'm
Okay.
good with B.
B sounds good. Zygarde. So we were talking about this before. So in X
Yeah,
and Y, Zygarde was just the dumb little Z snake.
yeah.
And I really didn't like that. And talking about ground, this was the only other ground, and I'm like, seriously, a
See, I
ground,
even forgot he was ground type because
ground and
I just
dragon. Like, come on, another
yeah
one? Like, we don't need
another
a
dragon.
third ground and dragon.
Yeah.
Um, and then even in Sun and Moon, when it got the other forms, the dog one was kind of cool, and then this
Well,
one
was
just isn't.
was that not weird to you that he became a dog for some reason?
Yeah, it was
Like
weird.
his designs are so strange because we have Snake, which looks
Yeah.
I don't know, that doesn't look like a Pokemon to me. Okay? And then we have the dog, which looks more like a Pokemon, but like, okay, how did we get here? And
And
then
then,
suddenly Transformer,
yeah, whatever this is.
the Gundam guy.
I think
Not a fan.
the only cool thing about Zygarde is one of the special moves it can learn in when in its complete form is like I don't remember what it's called, but it's like an arrow move where
Okay.
it's a ground move, but it can hit flying Pokemon.
That's nice.
So I think that was the only
You
thing
know,
I liked.
the thing is, I actually like the design wise, I like the snake the best.
Hmm.
I like that big weird
Yeah.
frill back behind its neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the dog is fine. It's actually a little bit basic.
Yeah.
For me, I actually kind of like the color palette. I think it's a bit unique as far as
And the shiny's
Pokemon
really
design.
cool. It's white, so and that's
Yeah,
very
the
stand.
Gundam for me is like that's a step too far, guys.
Yeah,
We're complaining about humanoid Pokemon. It's hard to go much farther than
that's true.
the giant
Um,
mech suit. Like,
I
no thanks.
I think C or D. I mean,
Yeah, I would put him down there.
okay, I'll put him in
C or
C.
D.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the mythicals, Diancie. I mean, I want to put Diancie in S tier. I love it.
I mean,
The only
I don't
mythical
feel
to Mega Evolve.
that's really cool.
Its Mega Evolution's
I,
amazing.
is really cool.
Can't use it
It looks like it's in
anymore.
a wedding dress.
Yeah, can't
That's
use it
nice.
anymore, but I love it.
I don't feel as excited about Diancie as you do, but it is cool.
Yeah.
This one still has ears, but they seem, reasonable.
Yes, I
I
agree.
like the big headdress on it.
Yes.
Um,
The big diamond in the middle of the forehead.
right.
I think the only
I like
bad
it.
thing is they created this Pokemon with the Mega in mind, so they gave the regular Diancie like half the stats and the Mega the full stats. And now that Megas don't
Yeah.
exist,
Yeah.
so
You're kind of that's all you
that's
get.
that's unfortunate.
Um,
But
she looks a little bit too much like she's wearing a wedding dress for my taste,
yeah, the Mega, yeah,
especially in the Mega Evolution.
yeah, yeah,
But you know what? She's pretty cool.
yeah.
So
So S
yeah, go
tier,
ahead.
yeah. Okay, well since you let me do that, I like Hoopa.
Hoopa. Hoopa's gotta go S.
I agree.
I love Hoopa is actually one of my favorite Pokemon ever.
And the
I
Unbound
love
version,
I love genies and Jin
it makes
in
sense.
general, right? And then he's just steals stuff into a
Uh-huh.
pocket dimension. As an
Uh-huh.
owner of ferrets, to me, this is an endearing quality.
Yeah.
I love his typing,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. That's a pretty
And he's
awesome
got cool
typing.
typing.
Hmm.
Psych Ghost when
Yeah.
he's the little guy,
And
right?
then, like, what does it change to in his Unbound?
It's like Dark Ghost, I think. Is it?
Dark and Psychic.
No. It was one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dark and Psychic. And I actually like the Unbound version more. It's
I
got, like,
love the
the
Unbound is cool
multiple
too.
hands coming out, just floating.
Yes.
Hmm.
All the hands. He's got the big horns. I will say, again, he goes a little bit for the complex mechanical look, but to me, he doesn't take it too far.
Yeah, I like it.
That's about as far as I like to take the sharp shapes, is Hoopa Unbound. I
Okay,
love his big ponytail. S tier.
I agree.
S tier.
Last one, Volcanion. So
I don't love him.
here's
Like,
here's the only thing I
I
love.
wanted to.
The only thing I love really is I thought I would never see a water and fire type ever.
Right?
And
That I
like
like.
it's got the steam. It's like a steam power. It's like a volcano. That's really cool. But basically,
Yes.
that's it. I mean, it's
The design. I mean, I don't like the big ring on his back. He looks like a big donut.
and like the ring
Um,
splits and it shoots hot water at you. That's kind of so.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of cool in concept, I guess, but.
It looks
And then
weird.
again, he looks very mechanical.
Yep. Very
Which is he a
one
mythical?
color. Yeah, he's a mythical.
Okay, if mythicals are typically cuter,
Yeah, which is
which
what we
it's
got with
fine.
these two. Yeah, the Diancie
It's
and
fine to mix it up.
Hoopa. Yeah.
But for me, yeah, again, he's kind of monochromatic. He's a
Yep.
little bland.
Yep.
To be honest,
Agree.
if he wasn't so mechanical, this isn't the kind of design I would expect for like a really important Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Uh,
don't. Yeah.
you want to go? I guess C. Sounds like we're about in the middle with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would honestly. I might put him lower than that.
Well, I mean, this typing.
But
It's
the
so
typing.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
so. Okay. So here's what we got. Now what I like to do is after I've got them all placed, I like to go into each individual row and
All right.
rank them in there. So it'd be like S plus, S minus, A plus, A minus, whatever.
All right.
So, let's start with the bottom.
Start at the
So,
bottom. Who's the worst one? Would you
Klefki,
say the really?
I would.
For me, it's either Klefki or the Barnacle, but you're right. Klefki's. I would honestly. I like how we have it right now.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Klefki is the worst.
Yeah.
Then the Barnacle. Then the Poodle.
Yeah.
Because at least the Poodle can have a haircut.
I agree. Okay.
That
Diggersby's got to
rabbit
go
needs to be
down. Yeah.
the worst. That's got to be the worst one. I would
Um.
put the Potato Mouse as the best of the three.
Yeah, I can see that. That's
Sad,
fine.
but true.
Okay.
I'm
This
sorry,
looks good with
folks.
me on E tier. D
Oh
tier.
man.
Ooh. Okay.
For me, the best would be tied for the Lizard
Okay.
and
Pangoro.
Aromatisse.
Oh, Aromatisse. Really?
Design. Yeah, I'm looking at these together. But I don't know. Whatever you.
Um.
I would.
Well.
Man, I'd put Florges at about the worst.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Okay. Then what about Pangoro? Weren't you wanting him higher than what I put him?
I put him about the middle of these.
Oh, okay. So then, what are you thinking? Heliolisk,
Yeah, Heliolisk,
Aromatisse.
Aromatisse,
I think we
and
got
then
to put Slurpuff right next
yeah,
to it.
I could mix Slurpuff and Pangoro in there,
Okay.
and then
Florges.
that one.
Look
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. C tier. This is our biggest one.
Now my favorite, of course,
I'll.
is Delta.
I think.
Come on.
Let me look here. I'll
Give
allow.
me this.
I'll allow
Give me.
Delphox,
Allow it.
and then we got to put Vivillon.
Okay, I will allow it.
Thank you. um, and then I'm feeling Go-Goat.
Go-Goat's pretty good.
Uh,
What about Chestnut? Where do you want to put Chestnut? I would put the Goo Dragon. I'd put Goodra up there a bit.
Yeah, I put
And then
Goodra,
maybe
Carvink.
either Chestnut or Carbink would be
Yeah,
my next one.
and then Chestnut.
Alright. I put Sylveon next.
Yeah, so I can go. And
And
then maybe
those two are
switch these.
interchangeable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
sure.
to switch them. Too many forms for that
B.
Zygarde.
Yeah.
Okay. B tier. Ooh.
Greninja would probably be top.
Yeah, I feel like it has to stay there.
I would say next would be maybe Malomar.
I would think Talonflame. I mean, I think
Okay.
this first three is pretty good right here.
That is pretty good.
And then
I would, man.
I want to
This is
put
rough.
I want to put Amora above.
I would do that, but then I would
But
put
then I don't
Yveltal
know where.
after Amora.
Oh, so you'd go Amora, Yveltal.
That's what I would do.
Okay, I'm good with that. Okay,
A tier.
A tier. Ooh.
Now this is rough.
Yeah, now we're getting to the tough ones.
Because my favorites out of these two are Gourgeist and Pyro.
Yeah.
But I know your favorites would be like I mean, definitely
Avalugg,
not Avalugg and Clawitzer.
yeah. Okay.
So man, this
we'll
is
put
rough.
we'll put Dragalge and Xerneas and Noivern down
Those
here.
would be near the bottom
Yep.
for me. Yeah.
Okay, I think just looking at their designs just right off the bat, very samey, basic animal,
Yeah.
weird and cool. So I kind of want to put Clawitzer.
You can
up
put
here.
Clawitzer first because I agree. Design, he's got a really strong design.
And then I would put Gourgeist next.
Yeah, Gourgeist. I'd say for sure. Gourgeist.
And then
those two, it's rough.
I mean,
I think Pyro's a little stronger because, like you're saying,
I think it looks stronger design-wise, but stats and move, and I think Avalugg's better.
That's fine. You put Gourgeist up there pretty top, so sure.
You good with that?
You can do Avalugg and then Pyro.
Okay. And then
I'd say Dragalge next.
That's what I was thinking.
Because he's pretty good. Those two, I don't know.
I'm thinking Xerneas and then Noivern.
That's fine.
Okay. Only 5 to choose on this one, so like I say, Trevenant's my favorite.
Man, Hoopa's my favorite.
And Diancie's my favorite mystical, and I really like...
Man, these are... you know what?
Tough.
When I'm looking at these, I would put Meowstic last.
I think maybe near last.
Yeah.
I don't know about very last.
Aegislash would be down there too.
Yeah, I would think Aegislash I would put last.
Okay.
And then Meowstic, because you get the 2 different forms with Aegislash, but you get like 2 completely different Pokemon with Meowstic.
I just think Aegislash has that nice classic design.
Sure, but
that's my thing with the Aegislash.
I just
they're so close. They're so close.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Hoopa's got 2 really awesome looking forms.
2 good forms. A really good cute one and a really good scary one.
And the types change too, which is really cool.
Yes, and it is rough to get a really good cute one and a really good tough one in one.
Diancie's got 2.
And the fact that it can go back and forth
that's true.
Is cool.
Diancie's got 2 really cool forms too.
Yeah.
And Trevenant is just so awesome.
That's a strong Pokemon right there.
I mean, that harvest ability and its legs and its ghost. And...
See, for me, personally, I'd put Hoopa first, then Trevenant, then Diancie.
You know,
but Hoopa's got really strong typing.
I might be okay with that actually.
With the because it's Unbound. It's what, Psychic Dark?
I believe so. I always get them so confused.
Me too. When it comes to those particular
Hoopa. So Hoopa is Psychic and Ghost, and its Unbound is Psychic and Dark.
Psychic and Dark.
So it keeps the Psychic on both.
Okay. That's really strong. It's got strong typing.
You know, I think I agree. I really
and
also...
it's got 2 good designs.
Yeah, that's true. I also like lore-wise in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the Warp rides and I think it was for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire too. The portals or because of Hoopa rings.
Yeah.
So I
I
like
love
that.
I love the like Pokedex entries and all that stuff about Hoopa. Like Hoopa's just really fun.
Okay, how's S tier look to you?
Um yeah, I feel like that's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, this is final. So here you have it, folks. Number 1 Gen 6 Pokemon Hoopa. The very worst one is Klefki, and here's what
Yeah.
we think. So let us know what you think in the comments down below. Are you super Klefki stan and are super mad, or do you just hate Meowstic for some reason? I don't know. Let me know. But thank you, Ray, so much for coming on and
Yeah.
doing this with me. And
This was fun.
again, plug all your stuff. Let everyone know about you.
Yeah, so I do the art for this channel.
Hmm.
If you guys want to check out any of my stuff, you can head over to my website at artsofflame.com or check out my Instagram at artsofflame.
And not
So,
just commissions. You've got the little figures.
yep.
I love seeing those. Um,
Yeah, I make the little figures. I do a lot of paintings and stuff like that.
and
So,
you had
I
some
do some shirts
clothing
and
as
stuff
yeah,
too.
some shirts and stuff
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, I think you can still. Yeah, but if you head to my website, there's links on the shop page, and there's like Redbubble and like all kinds of different places where you can buy my clothes and stuff. So
awesome. Well, go check it out. But thank you again so much for coming on to do another video with me, and thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic day.